welcome to NKTelco Sports presented by Grand Lake Health. We're here at Anna Booster Field to bring you tonight's high school football game between the Marion local Flyers and the Anna Rockets. Tonight's game is brought to you by American Trim, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Sweeterman Pharmacies, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Sweeterman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing and Heating and AC, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, Securicom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry. Thank you to those fine sponsors that allow us to bring you this, and this is high school football, Midwest Athletic Conference matchup tonight. I'm Jeff Etchen. Alongside me tonight is Brandon Coverman, and as I mentioned, a key matchup here in week number 3 of the MAC. Both these teams come in 2-0. Early test for both these teams, Brandon.
Yeah, Flyers Rockets sounds like an air show, but with a little bit of a ground attack. You got Riley Huelskamp. If you look on the side of the Anna Rockets, had 213 yards last week against St. Henry on about 20 carries, or about 10 carries, average around 20 yards per carry. And as you look, you see the Marion local Flyers warming up here. Flyers sitting at 3-1 here. They're led by senior quarterback Kyle Molenkamp. Lost in week 2 to Bishop Watterson. And in these teams' meetings, there's been 14 times that Anna and Marion have played since Anna's been in the MAC. Marion has won 13 out of 14 times. Anna's lone win coming in 2008. And these two teams split the MAC title last year, so should be a good one.
Yeah, co-champs, if you will, from last season. And Anna, a lot of momentum coming into tonight's game, and obviously maybe the favorite, if you will, especially playing home here tonight, but they want to try to stop that 11-game losing streak they have to a very good traditional powerhouse Marion local Flyers squad. So it should be a good matchup. We are excited. We hope we have a good football game here from the Midwest Athletic Conference tilt between the Anna Rockets and the Marion local Flyers. When we come back, we'll have the opening kick here on NKTelco Sports.
In the Grand Lake Health System, great healthcare is about creating a personalized experience. We're here for you at every stage of your life, to care for you with compassion and courtesy, to support you with an honest approach that values communication and actively seeks your collaboration, to treat you in a safe, welcoming environment where quality and service always come first, to create truly grand experiences. For more, visit grandlakehealth.org/grandexperience.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Wapak, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Welcome back to Booster Field in Anna, Ohio, as the Rockets enter the field first as the Flyers now approach from the east side. And while we have a minute here before kickoff to the game, we will go through our keys of the game, and they're brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Yeah, first for the Marion local Flyers, they want to limit the big play. They know they got to look at the thunder and lightning combination of Bart Bixler and Riley Huelskamp. You got to be able to contain them. And Bart will keep it on the read option. He did that multiple times against New Bremen the other week to really create some big plays. You got to limit the turnovers too in key games. That results in good field position for the Rockets, who put up a lot of points on the board. So if you're Marion, you got to limit the turnovers and get yourself good field position and make Anna have to march the whole field to score.
Now on the Anna Rockets.
On the flip side, you look for an efficient run game for the Rockets. You want to be able to get around the big boys of Marion local. They're big in the trenches. We hope Riley Huelskamp can get you those big time runs. The second is to recognize the blitz. Flyers like to blitz a lot. Coach Marino told me before the game that it's important that they pick up where the blitz is coming from so that they're able to march down the field effectively on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, thank you, Brandon. Nice job there. Keys of the game as the Flyers enter now from the north end zone. As the keys of the game once again brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. And boy, full house, almost like a tournament atmosphere tonight. As again, these two teams right now, 2 of 3 unbeaten MAC teams, along with Coldwater, both at 2-0 in league play. It's only the third part of the MAC season. They'll play 9 games, so this is the first of this will end the first of 3 games on their schedule. A long way to go, but boy, someone's going to walk away here tonight with a huge confidence builder as 2 quality teams go at it.
Yeah, and Marion is ranked number 1 in Division 7, and Anna's ranked number 2 behind Coldwater in Division 6. So this is a high-ranked matchup. Anna dropped to D6 from D5 last year, and Marion dropped from D6 to D7. So it's going to be a great battle.
Well, Anna will kick off first. So what's changed here in the past hour or so, Brandon, is the weather. It's not raining, but boy, the wind seemingly has picked up a lot. It appears to be blowing, judging by the flags, from the west to the east at a pretty brisk pace. So not that either one of these teams maybe throw it a lot, but it's going to maybe limit that and throw in the fact the kicking game, punts, etc. Those, anytime the ball gets in the air, that wind is definitely going to have an effect on it. Just keep that in mind.
Field position will be important on special teams. So. And it's going to make the ground game and the battle in the trenches more important as we kick off here.
Will Luthman, number 69, will put the ball into play, and we're underway. The first quarter here of action, and the Flyers will take possession of a handoff, a little bit of reverse, well played as they upend Peyton Oddie in the backfield there. Nice stop by the Rockets.
Yeah, Oddie, one of those players that Coach Goodwin talked about before the season, going to be a key leader on that defense. Just a sophomore, I believe.
Let's go through the Marion local offense quickly here. The man in the middle, Troy Mesher, he's the center. He's surrounded by Braden Top and Cody Kunkler, the guards. The tackles, Matt Everman and Zach Bruggeman. His tight end, Derek Kemper. Wide receivers, Charlie Hiltzman, Peyton Oddie. The fullback tonight, Brandon Fleck. The tailback, Dylan Heitkamp, and your quarterback, first-year starter number 7, Kyle Mullenkamp. And that is the offensive unit for Coach Goodwin. And the first handoff of the game from the 15-yard line goes nowhere, so no gain on that play. Good stop there on that defensive front line. And I'll go through the defensive starters quickly for the Anna Rockets. The nose tackle, Colin Meyer. The ends, Matt Everman, Nathan Ungren. The linebackers, Dylan Heitkamp, Brandon Fleck. Sorry, that was Marion Local. I need to get you Anna. I'll go through those after this next play. So the Flyers face an important 2nd down and 10 after getting nothing on the first down. And Oddie fumbles the ball. And I believe number 8 recovers it in the end zone.
Ben Kovacs.
Fumble recovery, big possession, big points. So the defense forcing the fumble on the handoff. It bounces Anna's way, and at the 11:09 mark of the first quarter, the Rockets take the early lead, forcing the fumble, not only forcing it with Brandon, but recovering for the score.
Yeah, it's just a simple jet sweep concept there for Oddie, a miscommunication on the exchanges. Look on our winter quality meets replay. Mullenkamp getting Oddie to come in motion, and just right there, that was a nice play by, I believe, Will Luthman, who jarred it loose. Ben Kovacs, the one to fall on it, and now Zach Ambus coming for the PAT.
Ambus will kick it. Bexler will hold it. Ambus splits the uprights, and we have a 7-0 lead here early in this football game. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have more football here on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Plygem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products, and the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sydney, Ohio. Plygem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
Will Luthman, who forced the fumble, will kick off again, and another strong leg with the wind behind him. Fielded, and that was in the end zone, fielded by Peyton Otting, but being that he had already crossed the plane of the goal line, it's an automatic touchback. And boy, the Marion local offense facing a high-powered offense in the Rockets. Don't even see their offense yet, Brandon. Already trail 7-0.
Yeah, your defense creates a fumble like that. That was a nice play by Will Luthman to jar the ball loose there from Peyton Otting on that jet sweep there. And right away, your defense is helping your offense out. So that puts Marion in a little bit of a hole. You just got to relax, try to maintain a long drive here.
And the Rockets will start on their 20. Hope you get some positive yards here early in this first quarter. Fleck up the middle to the right and give him maybe 2 yards, 3 yards in that carry. Give you a rundown now, the Anna defensive line, the defensive unit. They include nose guard Will Luthman, defensive end Malachi Minnick, defensive end Evan Puppelman, the linebackers Isaac Egbert, Cam Stewart, Ben Kovacs, Jeffrey Richards. Your safeties Riley Hulskamp, Brandon Shannon, and your corners include Nolan Emerson and Isaac Leininger. The defensive unit's already forced to turn over and to score here. And setting up now with a 2nd and 7 from the 23. And backfield tackle for no gain or for a loss possibly.
That was nice recognition there by the Flyer, or by the Rocket defense there, to see it was a quarterback draw, immediately picked up by the linebacker there of Anna.
Isaac Egbert, number 29, with the tackle there for, let's say, no gain, so 3rd and 7. Well, the defense so far for Anna has been dominating, and big play now for the Anna offense. Can he get something to generate some momentum here to give them, if nothing else, a first down? Pass and catch. That's a first down. The receiver on the far side, I believe, is number 4. And that will be Peyton Otting on the reception. So from the 23, moving out to about the 39. So a big play from the 16-yard pickup on the pass and catch as Mullenkamp connects with Otting. Boy, what a charge there for the offense, much needed. Up the middle, run off the right side. Positive chunk yards there, give them a gain of maybe 6 out across the 45, 46, make it to 47. So there's some good offensive power, if you will, for the Marion local Flyers. Again, they came in with first-year starter quarterback Kyle Mullenkamp, 55% through the air so far this season, with just under 500 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, but does have 4 interceptions.
Come out with an I formation, fullback dive.
And that dive will give a 2nd and 3rd effort. And muscling his way forward is number 29. I believe it's Connor Griesdorn. Or 25. 25, sorry. Brandon Fleck. Ball out to the 49-yard line. Just touching the 50, so we can't give him the 50 just yet. Just short of the 50. First down, though. 2nd first down for the Flyers here on this drive, and our first train going by. So we'll pay attention to that as there's a pitch on the outside. Getting limited room for maybe just a few. It is going to be did not see who the running back was. It was 25?
21.
21. Dylan Heitkamp.
And you see Marion starting to get a little more chunk plays, maybe not necessarily on that one, but starting to pick up 7, 8, 10 yards a carry here. So definitely you're seeing the Flyers march down the field. They need a response here, Jeff.
Well, their offense doing some positive things. 2nd and 8, ball just across the 50-yard line. And there's a handoff again. Brandon Fleck falling short of the first down by about 3, so give them a nice pickup of maybe 6. They'll push the ball down to the 43-yard line of the Anna Rockets, so a big play here for both sides. And the defense will try to get a stop, and as you see the run there by Brandon Fleck, running over a couple Anna defenders.
Yeah, that was a great way. He used downhill momentum there to go into the linebacker. Nice move by Fleck there to do a perfect technique style run there downhill, go into the defender to gain more yardage.
Important third down. It's Fleck again, and it appears he's going to lunge forward for momentum, and the result of the play will get him down to the 38. That's a first down, a gain of 5. From the 43 to the 38, so another first down. It's about third, I think, already on this drive. So, boy, what a response. And remember, it was a big pass play from Molenkamp to Adi that kept this drive alive on somewhat third and long, Brandon. A big pickup, I think that was, of 16 yards at the time.
Yeah, it was a nice run-out play to Adi there. He ran a nice little comeback route to get the first down there.
And that has kept this drive alive, and since then it's been through the ground. Now they go to the air. And the pass is caught by Charles Hilsman. And that ball will be marked down about the 32-yard line, so a pickup of 6. Brings up now 2nd and 4. Ball on the 32 as good pass delivered by Kyle Molenkamp. I believe he's 2 for 2 on the night. Again, came in at 55% on the season. And taking a look at it here right into your living room. And maybe, not quite, I thought maybe he got hit, but really kind of went down on his own. And he is tackled out of bounds by Nolan Emerson, number 1. Not before he picks up 6. It's balls on the 32. Molenkamp hands off to Fleck. And a trio of Rockets there to stop him. And the first one, or one of them, is Ben Kovacs, the junior that recovered the football in the end zone for the game's first score. So 3rd down and 3. Got to figure here if Marion Local doesn't get it, Brandon, probably line up and go for it on 4th.
Yeah, they've been going in that I formation. They've done that fullback dive a couple times, so might expect to see a play like that. They're going. It looks like they're going in the I formation again here, Jeff.
Under center is Molenkamp. He will give it to number 23. I'm sorry. That is 23, so give Grant Meyer, 5'11" junior, the first down yards as they get it down to the 27. Impressive drive here. The Flyers responding nicely after giving up the turnover and the score in their first possession. So far, the Anna offense has not touched the field as we're midway through this first quarter. Again, Meyer, minimal gain there, maybe a yard or so down to the 24. Yeah, give him 3 yards. 27 to 24. Anytime you get positive yards, it keeps you in system. You hate to have those negative plays that put you behind or out of system.
And Marion's offensive drive's been perfect here. Mix in a couple runs, sprinkle in a pass here and there, and they've been able to get down the field here and keep that Anna offense off the field.
That might be your best defense sometimes. Molenkamp finds an open receiver again. It's Charles Hilsman. He has a first down, so we go from the 23 down to the 11. First down, another first down. So Hilsman's had a couple receptions. Charles, that is, as we take a little look at here, and I believe that Molenkamp, Kyle, was 3 for 3 in this drive, and good play, and nice pass, good route.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3 with 33 passing yards. A nice roll out there to get him up and close to his receiver there to make a nice, easy pass.
Going in motion is Peyton Oddie. They hand off, untouched. It's either Meyer or Fleck. We'll wait till he pops up.
I believe it was Fleck.
25. Yep, you're right. Sorry, 25. So Brandon Fleck, they've mixed it up now. The ball down to the 6-yard line. So bring up 2nd down to 5. So they can still get a first down. So they have that luxury. If you get close, you get a first down, you get 4 more. But probably looking to score when they can are the Flyers. Dylan Heitkamp, 21. Across the 5, down to the 4.
Anna says they have the football.
We'll watch it again, I hope. I did not see it, but boy, fumble on the 4-yard line. Take another look. Maybe we'll see it here. Keep your eyes. As there's Fleck. And the ball stripped away.
No, he's clearly on the ground.
And there was lightning. We're going to have a delay, I think, here in a second.
They're bringing the Anna defense back out on the field here.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what everyone thought, but evidently no fumble and no lightning.
No, actually Anna has the ball.
Okay.
Looked like they were bringing out.
Yeah, I was a little confused. I never did see the fumble, but it must have been one. We just missed it, and Riley Hillscamp. So turnover, the second turnover. Boy, one in the end zone for points, and then another one at the red zone as we do have lightning. So we're going to have a bit of a delay here, so we'll take a timeout and come back after the weather has passed to resume play here at Anna. Early here in the first quarter, you're watching high school football on NKTelco Sports.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at cargill.com.
Welcome back to Anna Booster Field. It is officially 8:01 Friday night after we have survived, if you will, the first weather delay and hopefully the last. It's been 1 hour of actual time, Brandon, since we've been here. Anna's taken one offensive snap, a 6-yard gain. They lead 7-0. Fill me in on what we missed.
Yeah, beneficial there for Anna. I mean, not much of a better start that you could get. One of the first play from scrimmage for the Flyers, there was a fumble on the exchange. Will Luthman knocked the ball out 15 yards. Peyton Oddie on the exchange had Will Luthman come around, knock it out, and Ben Kovacs fell on it in the end zone for a touchdown. And Marion pieced together a real nice drive, came down at about the 4-yard line, and Dylan Heitkamp coughed up the ball there and about ready to knot it up here, and that's where it brings us to here right now here, Jeff.
First play of the game offensively for Anna was a 6-run run to the left side by number 20, Riley Hillscamp. And they go back to Hillscamp, some running room, a first down, left side, out across the 20, give him the 24, so a 14-yard pickup by homecoming king Riley Hillscamp. He and his classmate Liz Michael, the homecoming queen, tonight for the Anna Rockets, as they had that ceremony before kickoff. Riley Hillscamp, the king, Liz Michael, the queen, and first down for the Rockets from the 24, as we have 4:15 left here in the first quarter. Nice running around the left side, number 12, Jeffrey Richards, from the 24 out to the 36. And Jeffrey Richards, not a lot of rushing attempts thus far, but getting his name called there and doing a nice job getting some positive rushing yards. In fact, that might be his first carry of the season. He's a very athletic guy. They have him a wide receiver. Maybe give him a chance to get the ball in the backfield, let him make some plays.
Yeah, they gave it to him some the other week against New Bremen, so Anna's mixing up its looks.
And Bixler doing his best to get rid of it, as putting defensive pressure on Bixler was 21, Dylan Heitkamp, and good surge there by the Marion local defense, which I'll go through that defensive line right now for the Flyers. That includes Matt Everman, Colin Meyer, Nathan Ungren, Dylan Heitkamp, Brandon Fleck, Grant Meyer, Trent Plyman, Blake Swerdeman, Carson Griesdorn, Peyton Oddie, and Charlie Hillsman, the defensive starters for the Flyers. The sponsors are those starters sponsored by American Trim, the defensive unit for the Flyers, as Bixler down, play clock down under 5. Hillscamp switches around down to 3. They get the snap off. Bixler keeps it himself. And a host of Flyers bring down Bixler for a short gain from the 36 to the 40. So a big third down here. It's got to be a first down for the Rockets, as the fans from both sides, especially the Flyers, which is on the other side of the field, very loud, and again, a good crowd, even though we had the weather delay. Looks like a lot of those people came back on a third down and 6 from the 40.
Quarterback!
Bixler keeps it.
Short.
And he is stopped by number 23, one of the Flyers in there, Grant Meyer. He had help. I didn't get the other number, but definitely Meyer there to knock down Bixler for just about a 3-yard gain to the 43. And they appear to be going for it at 4th down and 3 from the 43. We'll see if they try it. Oh, they do snap it, high snap. Bixler kicks it away. He will punt it away. No one back. Will drift inside the 20, down to the 18. So a risky play. Bixler almost got it blocked, able to get a good foot on it, and they swap field positions. We'll give Marion Local now their 3rd possession at their own 19-yard line. So and punt for the Rockets. Good job by the Marion Local defense.
And lucky there, you saw a little miscommunication on the Marion Local defensive line. They weren't set. They weren't really expecting them to go for it on 4th down. A little late pooch punt there for Bart Bixler to set up camp there at the 18-yard line. Let's see how the Flyers do here. They mixed up the pass and the run option really good here last drive. So let's see if they can do that again.
Yeah, last drive started on the 20. They took it all the way down to the Anna 4 before the fumble coughed it up. So we'll see once if they can build on that momentum from their last drive. Molenkamp with time. Open, pass and catch. Peyton Oddie down to the 45. So give it from the 19 across midfield to the 44-yard line. So nice protection. Good throw by Kyle Molenkamp. Taking a look at it here at Peyton Oddie. Enough protection. Molenkamp hit as he threw it, but Peyton Oddie able to find space, more importantly, catch the ball, secure it down to the 45. So 31 plus 5, maybe a 36-yard passing catch. Do my quick New Knoxville math. Hand up the middle. Positive yards of about 4 for number 25, Brandon Fleck. Give him the 41, or inside the 41, but not to the 40, so a gain of 4.
And Peyton Oddie being really elusive. We see him out on the defense. He's their defense leader, the sophomore there. And then makes a big catch right up in the middle of the field on a nice, well-ran route there. Kyle Molenkamp, 4 of 4 on pass attempts now.
55% passer on the season as Molenkamp, first-year starter as a senior this year. Another positive rushing yard room down inside the 30. Brandon Fleck from the 41 down to the 29. Chunk yards play again as the offensive line giving Fleck nice running room. Really untouched Brandon until he got a good about 7 or 8 yards and took him forward for another 5.
I love the balance here that Marion's showing on this drive. Really keeping Anna on their toes, keeping them guessing. This is a great game plan on offense here so far for Coach Goodwin's squad.
1st and 10, another first down for the Flyers. This time the handoff to number 21, Dylan Heitkamp. And he muscles forward for about a yard, it looks like. Not much there. Good job by the Anna defense as they hold the Flyers to minimal gain there on 1st down. So 2nd down and 9, ball on the 28-yard line. So a big play here as Anna's defense had, gave up some yards in the last drive, but able to force a turnover. They're gonna have to get creative here and try to slow down this Flyer offense and keep them out of scoring territory. Molenkamp under center. Hillsman in motion. They flip it out to number 23, Grant Meyer. Nice running room. He takes contact and then falls forward. Grant Meyer, 5'11" junior from the 28. Down inside the 25, give it to 24. 5-yard pickup maybe, and the 3rd down now. So again, good situation, good yards there as now Marion Local definitely can take 2 shots out of here in this 3rd and 3 play from the 23.
Yeah, and I keep going back to that run option. Anna hasn't got, their defensive line struggled to get through the Marion offensive line here as we close out. It looks like we're going to close out the 1st quarter here.
Take a short break as we've completed 12 minutes of action here on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Welcome back here. 12 minutes in the books, and entertaining first quarter. A little bit of weather delay that lasted 30 minutes, but it's the Anna, I should say it's Marion Local that really controls their destiny right now. They fumbled to give Anna 7. They fumbled to prevent them from getting 7. Now they're driving again. It's been really all Marion Local so far, Brandon, but they're trailing.
Yeah, it's just them turnovers have been the huge difference here. And the Flyers, if they cut down on it, they've been the dominant force in this ballgame so far.
Run off right side for number 23. And that is Grant Meyer from the 23 down inside to about the 21. So give him a 2-yard pickup. And it brings up now 4th down. So again, an important play here. The Anna Rockets, got a big play way back in the first drive of the game. Forced another one later. Going to have to get a big play here to get the ball back, give it to their offense, let them try to get some rhythm on offense.
You need to win the battle in the trenches here on 4th down.
I think he's going to have enough running room. Grant Meyer, 5'11 junior, inside the 20 down to the 16. So from the 21 down to the 16, 5-yard pickup on 4th down. That's a first down. Move the chains, and again, another positive chunk yards play there on a big 4th down. Offensive line, just enough power right now to push back the defensive line of the Anna Rockets. Molenkamp will hand off, and that time meeting him right away was number 14, Cameron Stewart. So that'll be about right down to the 14. So a 4-yard gain. I thought maybe Cameron Stewart had held him for a little bit of a no gain, but again, positive yards, keeps you in the system. That's always good on first down when you get 3 or 4. Makes 2nd down and 3rd down a lot easier for the offensive coordinator. And
Marion's athleticism, just winning in the trenches right now, that's been the big difference. That's why Marion can mix in that pass there, because Anna's all expecting all that run, you can tell.
Fleckenmeyer in the backfield behind Molenkamp. They give it to Meyer. He breaks 1 tackle and is tripped up, but not before he falls down inside the 10 or right at the 10. So about a 4-yard pickup for Brandon Fleck. So ball rest right now about on the 10-yard line. Clock running here as we just started the second quarter as we approach the 10-minute mark. Molenkamp will keep it. And hit by a host of Rockets again, but they're not able to bring him down until he falls forward at the 4-yard line. Give him the 5 for sure, first down. And it'll be 1st and goal now from the 4-yard line. So again, Brandon, good surge by the offensive line, letting their runners find space, and they're running through some arm tackles.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I talked about on Fish Report this week, is Anna tackling in space is going to be key this game.
Molenkamp hands off to 23, Grant Meyer. Meyer close, give him 3 yards on the pickup. That'll bring 2nd down and goal from inside or right at the 1-yard line. Grant Meyer trying to get closer and was stopped. So again, no room for error now for the Anna Rockets. About 1st down and 3 feet or less. So Molenkamp appears to have enough for Grant Meyer. And at the 9:16 mark, Grant Meyer scores on a 1-yard plunge. Nice drive by the Anna Rockets. They convert a critical 4th down. As we take another look at it, here is Grant Meyer. Take a good look at here, Brandon. Just too much line surge.
Yeah, he leads the fullback block there, right through the right side, through the right guard there, and that's just as easy as it can get. It was a dominating drive by the Flyers.
So a 1-yard TD run. And the point after touchdown is good. That was kicked by, I think, number 17.
And it was a 12-play drive that started at their own 19-yard line to march all the way down the field there.
Alex Klosterman, sorry, yes, with a point after touchdown, ties this thing up. And you said, you know, back-to-back good drives by that Marion local offense. If they haven't self-destructed, they would really be dominating this game. And again, we entered tonight's game with two last year's co-champs in the MAC. Anna returning a lot of experience, a big offensive line, veteran at running back and quarterback positions. I think maybe Anna came in probably the favorite, if you will, although Marion, you can never count them out. They have one loss, but it's a very good Division III squad. And Bishop Fenway, is that
Bishop Watterson.
Bishop Watterson. So, well, this definitely puts Anna on the spot. You know, Marion's dominated, but it's a tie game.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, just the little things that can make a game change on its head in any sport, really. And Marion's going behind what's defined their football squad for their past 20 years, and that's been their offensive line and their beef. And I think they keep following that tactic. Anna's going to have to make an adjustment here. It's going to be on Coach Marino and the D coordinator over there on Anna's side to get the stops. How can they get around these big boys of Marion and stop them from getting these 8-yard gains and maybe make 2 3-yard gains for them on the offensive side of the ball?
And Marion local Flyers, Derek Kemper, number 43, into the end zone. Good leg there by number 43, 6'1" senior Derek Kemper. Does not give a speedy returners any chance. The ball skips in the end zone, and now the Rockets, again, just their second possession offensively. Ball placed on the 20-yard line. And again, see what's now the Rockets. You didn't do much. They did get a first down or so in their first drive right before the weather delay. They came back after a 30-minute delay, got a first down, but the drive stalled. So Bixler and the boys will come out. And see what the green shirts can do against the white shirts. Bixler will keep pitch. And good running room around the right side. Hillscamp out to the 35-yard line.
So there's a hold.
First penalty of the game, if there is. There's flag way down on the far side. It goes against Anna, so let's hold on here. We'll see where the penalty will put them back. It was 1st and 10 on the 20. They had it out. The penalty appears to be about on the 30. So if they mark it off from there, it might be 1st and 10 again from the 20.
I believe.
So maybe a yard gain might be first. See what's here. Replay first down. And the ball stays on the 20. I mean, just where the flag was thrown, I think it goes back and right back to the original line of scrimmage. So the penalty wipes out a big play, but Hillscamp tries this side.
Yep.
Another penalty. So this might be back-to-back holding penalties against Anna. Both times is going to wipe out good runs by number 20, Riley Hillscamp.
And they're running them east to west and trying to make Marion be able to tackle in space. And that's something that I talked about that was key for the Flyers to win this game, was for them to be able to tackle in space. And they've ran Hillscamp out on the sideline, which I think is when he is most effective running is east and west, making people miss.
Well, he's elusive, no doubt about it, but this is twice now. So now we become first down and 20 as the ball back on a 10. So again, two good plays here, but the net effect is do it again from the 10. And this is Bixler. He has running room. He's going to go all the way down and kind of be tackled, if you will, but not before Bixler gets across the 42-yard line as he runs into Hilsman of Marion Local, but not before Bix gets from the 10 out to the 41, 21-yard pickup. A nice look right there, Brandon. Again, Bixler not going out of bounds on his own.
Yeah.
Shoulder down out to the 41.
And you love how your quarterback embraces contact like that, Jeff.
Huelskamp forward for about 1. Second down, I'm sorry, 6. Second down and 4, and a 6-yard pickup by Huelskamp. So that first down, big play after a couple, again, shots in the foot, if you will, for the Rockets offense. Huelskamp untouched, runs through a couple tacklers, gets across midfield, down to the 46. So from the 47 of Marion Local, across the mid-stripe to the 46, a 7-yard pickup. 3 on the right, 4 on the left.
Now
7 yards.
Anna displaying that athleticism. Let's see if they try to throw Bixler out of the pocket and sprinkle in some passes here and there.
They keep it on the ground. Bixler dances around the right side, not touched till now. And, well, he might get almost 10 more, and he's going to be real close to another first down. Give him 9. Yeah, maybe give him more than that. Give him 10. That might be, they will.
Yep, they're signaling to move the chains.
So 10-yard pickup from Bixler. The ball down to the Marion Local 35-yard line. And you talked about the in your pregame, the air show, if you will, the Flyers and the Rockets. And it's, although Marion's got some yards through the air, but well, right now both teams doing a lot of damage on the ground.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, I talk about air show with Flyers and Rockets there, and you're right, it's ground game here. It's ground and pound. See who's the bigger and better team here in the trenches.
Line them up, go at it, and Bixler again will keep it. Being strung out, spins around, able to make something out of nothing, and probably picks up 3 yards. So Bixler, very active. You got to respect his speed. Both these teams 2-0 in the Midwest Athletic Conference. Anna 4-0. Wins over Bishop Fenwick, Brookville, New Bremen, and St. Henry. And Marion Local 3-1. They had wins over Woodland, Indiana, lost to Bishop Watterson, beat Parkway, and beat Delphos St. John's for their 3-1 mark. Both teams 2-0, along with Coldwater here in this 3rd week of the MAC season. Bixler keeps it. And positive yards. Again, he's tackled by number 25, Brandon Fleck, but Bixler moves forward from the 32 down inside the 30 to the 29. Fleck there to limit the gain, but a big 3rd down here. You got to think they're Anna 2-down territory as the clock moves to 6:20.
Yeah, definitely 2-down territory. Let's see what they do here. Expect Bixler or Huelskamp. They've got 2 backs behind them.
Bixler will keep it. The shovel pass inside to number 44.
Signaling 4th down.
Malachi Minnick, I believe your ball handler on that lunge as it becomes 4th and 2. They get 2, they need 2, and they will keep the offense on the unit. Jeffrey Richards, number 14. I'm sorry, Cam Stewart, number 14, in for the Rockets. Play clock at 20, so plenty of time for the Rockets. Bixler backs up with Hillsman on his side. Hillsman hit
Got him.
Point of contact right at the line to gain, and we'll let the officials mark it. I don't think he got it. So they needed 2. They maybe got 1, and they're going to change on down. So a 1-yard pickup. Not really a turnover, so to speak, but maybe a turnover, Brandon, as they
turnover on downs there, yeah.
So the Flyers stand after a pretty good drive so far. That possession by the Rockets. They take over on their own 32-yard line. 5 minutes, 29 seconds to go, 2nd quarter. So the defense of the Flyers making a good stand.
And there we go. After them 2 fumbles, Marion has played flawless and absolutely dominated this football game.
There's a whistle, and they'll reset the play clock possibly up to 25, and they do that.
And that's what I was surprised there, Jeff, on that 4th down. They ran Huelskamp up the gut. I'm surprised they didn't run them east and west there.
He'd had some success doing that. Bowenkamp, open receiver at number 14, Hillsman. He's had a couple catches tonight. They move it from the 26 out to the 34. So nice pickup again on first down. Anytime you get those nice big chunk yards right away, Brandon, makes your offense a lot easier to run.
Yeah, when you can get 7 yards there on first down, it manages your plays there so easy. You got 2-3 plays there to get 3 yards here, so easy to move the chains, keep your offense on the field.
Couple backs in the backfield with Kyle Mullenkamp. Handoff. No, I'm sorry. Mullenkamp keeps it. Cross right to midfield, maybe to the 48-yard line. So 14-yard pickup from the 34 to the 48. Good heads-up play there by the senior quarterback, Kyle Mullenkamp. It's a read play, Brandon. He saw what he liked and just turned it on right there.
Yeah, saw the defenders crash down. He takes it out to the 49-yard line there, and right at midfield, they're setting up camp there for the Flyers. They are having their way.
They're moving the ball very well. They've had a number of first downs, and we'll go to work again here as they will try to get a score before half. Mullenkamp, a lot of running room around the left side. He won't be touched until about the 41-yard line. So from the 49 to the 41, a 10-yard pickup, another first down. Well, he was wide open on the left side as he kind of escaped out the left side. No one in green shirts in his running room.
Yeah, and that pass block protection just keeps going ahead for Marion, give him the opportunity just to run the ball down the Rockets' throat.
So under center, Mullenkamp goes. And his defense needs to find a stop here. Pass is somewhat, I think Mullenkamp was hit, Brandon. That really took a lot of air off the ball. And for the Rockets, luckily in those type plays, it fell harmlessly to the ground. His first, I believe, incompletion.
Yeah, I believe he's 5 of 6. I'll have to look back on my stats here, but he has around, if I have to think off the top of my head, around 5 of 6 of 75 yards passing. And Kyle Mullenkamp really sprinkling in the pass there well in this run-heavy Flyer offense.
Mullenkamp came in at 55% on the season, so the 5 of 6 percentage-wise, very good for Mullenkamp. He'll have to reset now. 2nd and 10, ball on the 40. Good pursuit by the Anna defense to kind of get in there and disrupt things. This pass overthrown to back-to-back incompletions, and suddenly now it becomes a big 3rd and long as Anna's defense is kind of their pressure on the first one forced the incompletion. That one, tight defense forced Mullenkamp to throw it high.
Surprised on that play call there. I'm surprised they didn't stick with the run on the first down because it's been effective. Now they throw 2 straight incompletions, and all of a sudden you see a 3rd and long here for the Flyers.
Big play for the Anna defense. They need to stop, try to get the ball back here on 3rd and 10. Play clock at 10, so they have plenty of time. Mullenkamp keeps it again, turns upfield. He is not hit till pushed out of bounds near the 25-yard line. That's about 15 yards. And
Anna's saying they have it.
Boy,
let's see what the rest. They're pointing Anna's way.
That would be the 3rd turnover. We'll hopefully get a look at it. I did not see it. I thought he was hit out of bounds. Like,
let's see here.
How did they knock the ball out? Oh, he's fighting for extra yards, and maybe there's the ball.
It's out.
He did not get out of bounds, so fumbled the ball, did Mullenkamp. Ball on the 23, so give him a good run down to the 23. But a 3rd turnover, and Anna will take advantage of that, or to say thank you, as a much-needed break. The defense strips it out of Mullenkamp, who was fighting for the extra yards. Bixler pitches. Riley Huelskamp, running room down the side from the 23 across midfield. And there's a penalty before we...
Probably going to be another hold there.
There's another good run, but it's all going to be for naught. About the 3rd penalty, I believe, for sure for the Rockets. And each time it's taken away big chunk yards for Riley Huelskamp.
And both teams inflicting just self-wounds there on their offense here in just different ways.
Marion with the turnover.
Yeah, three fumbles and 3 holding penalties for Anna. So really, they're just balancing each other out here.
I think Marion's are more critical. Anna was Anna was able to overcome a couple of those penalties, get a first down, move the ball down, and their drive stalled. Marion's got to be scratching their helmets thinking, wow, this is frustrating. Ball on the 18, so the net effect is a loss of 5 on the penalty. Because it was on the 23s where the fumble was recovered. And now they are Here's the play clock, starts at 25 and counting. 3:51 in the second quarter. Clock stopped for that. The game clock stopped. Play clock running out 15. Bixler takes the snap, keeps it. On the far side, tough to see. Looks like Marion Local strung him out. Not much gain. Maybe 2 yards as the ball gets spotted on a 20, Brandon. So a good job by the Marion Local defense.
Yeah, and they were able to contain Bixler there. He tried to use the silent, but that Marion defense there, very smart, very quick, very witty, recognized it, closed any running lane that Bixler could have had.
But one thing with these teams running the ball a lot, this game is moving on. Remember, we had a 30-minute weather delay, but this rest of this quarter is burning up here with a lot of the action on the ground as we approach the final 3 minutes of the second quarter here from Booster Stadium in Anna, Ohio. Good matchup tonight. A great crowd, by the way. Again, there's a lot of people here, well represented, as Huelskamp finds a little running room on the right side, gets him across to 25, and that's about it. So about a 5-yard gain. So decent yards, brings up another important third down. And probably a long 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Call it 7. Coach Marino, his 5th season at Anna. His team right now trying to get a first down and keep possession. Bixler keeps it, will look to throw. He will be knocked down in the backfield. I think number 58 in on the defensive pressure.
Matt Everman.
Excellent defensive play by Matt Everman. We'll take another look at it here as ball will be spotted back around the 20, give it maybe the 17. Boy, it's rare that you get Bixler down in kind of an ankle tackle. Usually he's able to escape, but Everman with a good hand tackle.
Yeah, good move off the edge there, gets around, and yeah, a good hand tackle there. Like you said, that's perfect execution. That is fundamental football. That's what you can always rely on with the Marion Local Flyers. Is maybe not skills, but you can always rely on them for the fundamentals, and that's what's made them so special to watch here over the past 2 decades. It's fundamental football here.
Talk about fundamental football. Coach Tim Goodwin, in his 21st season at Marion Local. 21st season.
Our first punt of the night here too, Jeff. We have not seen a well, we did see a pooch punt, but not in a pump formation, traditional pump formation. Yes, correct there. So.
Okay, the punter should be Will Luthman, number 69. Important to get him a good snap. It is. And Luthman gets an end-over-end-over kick, takes a neutral bounce a little bit across the midfield. Ball will be down at the 47-yard line, and with 2 minutes 11 seconds left, the Flyers are going to have a chance here to score before halftime. They had the ball first, so Anna will get the ball to start the third quarter. But Marion Local would like to get a score here, as probably as much as they feel they've dominated this game, they'd like to be ahead at halftime.
Yeah, and if you can go in halftime ahead 14-7 with 3 fumbles on an explosive Anna offense, wow. That would be, Coach Goodwin would be like dumbfounded and so thankful for that.
Well, they have a chance here to kind of put some points on the board if they can control the ball. Pass open is Charlie Hillsman again. So that goes from the 47 across midfield down to the 37. So give him 16 yards on that pass completion. And number 14, Charlie Hillsman has been a good receiver tonight. I think it's probably his 4th or 5th catch. Ball down to the 38, 37-yard line. Clock running as clock is stopped. He did get out of bounds. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left. Molenkamp finds Hillsman again as he catches it on his knees at the 21, 31. So 7-yard pickup.
And that's great pocket presence there by Molenkamp. Solid defender coming in his face, stood tall in the pocket, able to hit receiver Hillsman there for a 7-yard gain.
Troy Mesher, the Marion Local center, will deliver the ball back to Molenkamp as Peyton Oddie goes in motion. Kyle Molenkamp is hit, ball in the air, pass intercepted by Jeffrey Richards. And there's a flag on a play. I would assume it could be against the Flyers. We'll see. If it is, it'll be Anna football, but we'll find out what the call is.
Holding against Marion will wipe it off.
Fourth turnover, mark it down. Interception, was pressured, and then Jeffrey Richards, number 12, wide receiver slash outside linebacker, will come away with the interception. Taking a look at here, good pressure by number 44.
Malachi Minnick, I believe.
I wonder, they have two numbers down for him, and 52 and 44, so it's only 44 I see on the roster. I don't know why there's two of them, but I believe Minnick with the pressure. Ball on the 28. Pass is caught across the 35 to the 37. So that's going to be real close to a first down. 9-yard pass. I'm not for sure who caught it, Brandon.
I couldn't see myself.
They said it was a Heitkamp. I think it was Dylan Heitkamp. And they marked the ball. 1 minute 12, clock running. Bixler rolls. Now he runs and it escapes. Wow. It's like a grease pig. He's tough to get down. He runs out of bounds after he gets the first down. So that will stop the clock. First down, Anna Rockets. Ball moves from the 37 to the 40. Boy, Bixler ran probably 20 yards there. Picks up 3, gets an important first down, stops the clock. 1 minute, 2 seconds left. Brandon, each team with, Anna with 3 timeouts left.
Plenty of time. Be patient here. You get the ball back after halftime.
Yeah, they
chew the clock out.
They could double dip here. Now they've got a ways to go to get to scoring distance, but if they can score now, they get the ball back to start the third quarter, the double dip, if you will. We talked about it off air.
Yeah.
What an advantage that can be sometimes. Boy, Bixler stopped.
Nathan Unger in there.
Number 57, right on cue. Nathan Ungren, 6'3", senior. Loss of yards. Move it back from the 40 to the 37. Timeout, Anna Rockets. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching high school football here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Grand Lake Health's presentation of high school athletics on NKTelco Sports is brought to you tonight by American Trim, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Sweeterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Cy Sweeterman, Wilson Health, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and AC, SecureCom, Cargill, The Spot, St. Henry Bank, St. Mary's Foundry, Wegner's IGA, and Wayne Trail. Thank you to those sponsors. Allow us to bring you this as catching the ball and losing a few more yards is Cam Stewart. So, boy, tough play out of the timeout for the Rockets. Clock runs and you lose 2 more yards. We'll see once clock running, Brandon, 35 seconds.
Yep, loss of a yard there, and Stewart just slipped there. That ground is wet for anyone just joining us. We did have a heavy rain here for about a half an hour.
Lightning one time, but we did get quite a bit of rain, and Anna maybe in no hurry now. They might be content on this 3rd and long to kind of let the clock run out, because if they don't get it, Anna's, would be forced. Marion may call timeout, force him to punt. So Bixler takes it now. Now they find Stewart on the outside to the other direction, and he moves it from the 33-yard line out to the 46. But that will be short of the first down, and clock runs, and there's a quick whistle before the half expires, and we'll see what's here. The clock stopped, and it probably shouldn't. It was not a first down. 0 show on the board. We'll see once if they give them a timeout. They do grant Anna a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them and come back with a final play in the first half here on NKTelco Sports.
They stopped the clock!
NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call.
Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us!
4th down 3 as they put 1 second on the clock. Regardless that it stopped or not, Anna had a timeout. They're going to call it anyways. Not a big deal. We got 1 second left. This will be the final play of the half. And the clock would have stopped. They had timeout, so there was no problem in stopping the clock for the Rockets. And they will maybe fire back here, a Hail Mary type. Bixler with time. Marion respecting it. Bixler lets it loose. A bunch of people down there, and the ball politely batted down by the Flyers. Good defensive play by them. That concludes 2 12-minute periods of action here, and the score at halftime. Anna Rockets 7, Marion Local Flyers 7 here on NKTelco Sports.
All right.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back here to Booster Stadium in Anna, Ohio. We're at halftime where the Rockets and the Flyers are knotted up at 7 with their first half stats. Here is Brandon Koverman.
Yeah, and you're looking at the first half stats. You look at the total yards. The Flyers dominating in terms of total yards. 210 total yards there for the Flyers. They've been really a balanced attack here on the rushing and passing side. You have 101 pass yards, 109 rush yards. So a balanced offense that's made Anna guess. But what has killed them is the 4 turnovers. You're nearly doubling a high-flying Anna offense there in that rush attack. You only see 4 pass attempts, so that's pretty normal for the Rockets. They like to rely on that east-west ground game with Riley Huelskamp, so that's resulted in them for 108 rushing yards, 113 total yards. No turnovers here for Anna here in the first half, but a big thing that's not showing up that we don't have on our stat sheet is the holding penalties that have taken away some what could be potential 20-yard gains there for Riley Huelskamp. So really, if you're Marion, you're fortunate 4 turnovers, and you're knotted up at 7-7 with a great offense like Anna. That has been great bounce-back play by Coach Goodwin's Flyers here.
Yeah, and the turnovers have been big, and you never like them. And remember, Marion's first turnover gave Anna their only points. Their second turnover prevented Marion from scoring points. And I know there was the third and fourth ones were both driving possessions. They were maybe out by the 30 or so yard line, but yeah, you wonder if, boy, Marion could have scored on them. It could easily, I hate to say it, 21, 28, nothing possibly with just what we've seen. Now, none of that happened, so we can't, we can only assume, but right now we're not up at 7. That's the only score that matters, but I think Marion really has played well. It's just their mistakes have really kept Anna in the game, and I'd like to see Anna here come out and do something on offense, put together a drive, and let's see that offensive attack on the ground that they've done so well so far kind of get busy here and go against a very good defense. And Huelskamp delivers it out to the 27. And that's where Bart Bixler and the squad will take over. The Anna starters again. Bixler at quarterback, Jeffrey Richards, wide receiver, Nolan Emerson, wide receiver, Cam Stewart, fullback, Riley Huelskamp, running back, wide receivers, Isaac Leininger. Also your linemen, Dylan Steinke, Ellinger, left tackle, Will Luthman, left guard, Luke Dye, center, Anthony Billings, right guard, Evan Puppelman, right tackle. Your starting unit on offense for the Anna Rockets, and Bixler hands off to Jeffrey Richards, and a very athletic player gets space out across the 45, make it put it right at the 45 from the 28 out to the 45. Jeffrey Richards is one of those guys, he's a wide receiver, has just five catches on the season. One of those guys is pretty athletic too. Boy, let him get the ball, and you can see what he can do just with his flat-out speed.
Yeah, pretty versatile, and that's kind of like Marion Local's version of Peyton Oddie there. Put him in motion there to keep Marion on balance and on their heels a little bit.
Well, good run for Richards, a good play for the Rockets. See once the Flyers defense can bounce back here. Hillscamp around the left side, and he gains across midfield to about the 49-yard line, looks like. So from the 45, give him 6 or 7 yards on that carry across midfield. So a couple good plays on offense here to start the second half for the Rockets. Boy, they go quick. Hillscamp around the left side. He's run out of plays, or run out of space, if you will. They're about the 46, 47, give him the 46. 2-yard gain. And now a third down and roughly 2 or 3. So the Rockets have really gone up tempo here to start the half. Slowed it down now to make sure they get what they want on third down, and they'll say 1 yard. So 3rd and 1.
They're going short side.
So the Flyers defense will have to tighten up here to prevent the first down. Hillscamp left side, around the corner. He gets just enough what he needed. Needed 1, got 2. First down. Rockets, and a good start here for the green jerseys on offense.
Yep, and really just if Hannah can go into more of a ball control style offense, you see Marion doubled them in total yards production. That's one reason, because Marion had the ball most of the first half.
Yeah.
And offense is not on the field.
Yeah, right now they've taken this opening drive, and in just 30 seconds, wow, it seems like more time would have run off, but maybe with running out of bounds, the clock has stopped as those rushing attempts have been to the exterior. This time it's Richards, it's 44. Malachi Minnick from the 44-yard line to the 39. So 5-yard gain for Minnick, and again, nice positive yards on first down. We talked about what a blessing that is to keep your offense in system. Don't get negative plays, don't fall behind the chains. Speeding out, or coming out here to the right side, Isaac Leininger, 23 on the right side. Wide receiver right on the 40. As you see, once Bixler keeps it on the ground, he does. Hillscamp is stopped, and with the ankle grab is number 23.
And that was a nice
Grant
tackle
Meyer
there by number 9, Riley Bruns, or actually, sorry, Trent Plyman. Tried to strip the ball there. You can't really try to strip the ball, just trying to make the fundamental tackles.
No, someone got him around the ankles. I thought it was 23. I couldn't read the jersey number. Nice play.
It'd be Grant Meyer, number 23.
Third down 5. So Anna answered the last big third down with a conversion. Ball on the 39, 3rd down and 5. Hillscamp dodges, weaves. Runs through an arm tackle, this time of number 23, Isaac Leininger, and Bixler able to run forward and get right at the line to gain. He needed 5. He's right about 4.5 or 5. They'll take a look, and they'll get a measurement. So Bixler needed 5, and he got quite a bit. Just don't know if it's enough. He'll take the chain gain out, and while they do that, I'll just recap again here. Nick Marino, 5th season, as mentioned before. He came from his high school where he was a coach here for 2 years, Urbana High School. His 5th season here at Anna. So far a record of 27-19 on his career for 59%. He's done a nice job since he's been here at Anna. First year here, won 3 games. The next year, 5 games. The next year, 7. Last year, they've won 8. So this year, obviously, they're 4-0. So he's done a nice job here at Anna High School. Just the 2nd head coach ever at Anna. As Anna started football in 1999 under head coach Brian Rioch, who is still on his staff. So Anna in her 21st season of football have made the playoffs 11 times. As Bixler looks down, Richards open, and making the interceptions, number 4, Peyton Oddie intercepts Bixler down near inside maybe the 5-yard line. Good read by number 4, Peyton Oddie. The ball hung up a little bit. Richards, the intended receiver. Take another look here. Bixler's ball just hangs a little too long.
Yeah, if you look at the play here, Peyton Oddie, just the safety there, that's just an easy read. He saw where the ball was going. That's a poor underthrow there by Bart Bixler on his hand.
ends in an interception on the 8-yard line. Good call, as you well read. And, you know, they haven't thrown the ball much tonight. And the first interception of the season for Bixler. And a big one as Anna had been driving. Flyers take over from the 9-yard line. They will move it across the 10. So that run by Dylan Heitkamp, just a 2-yard gain from the 9 to the 11. Clock running, 9:40 in the third quarter. Jeff Henschen alongside me this evening, Brandon Coverman, and we expected a good game. We've had I won't say a sloppy game, but some mistake games. But you know, good teams versus good teams, you'll have stuff like that. Both teams have come up with some big plays defensively. With the run there, 25, Brandon Fleck.
Wow, Fleck just took the whole Anna defense with him. What a run.
Had it on the 11, was a snap, and he gets a first down. And take another look at it here, as Brandon mentioned. Watch Brandon Fleck just take the ball and get it out to the 23-yard line. As just no one getting him down around the feet and able to kind of momentum-wise get it out to 23. So a good first down pickup for Brandon Fleck. Kyle Molenkamp, the quarterback, senior, under center. Charlie Hilsman in motion. He's had a couple catches in the first half. They look for him again. Is that one out of the reach of everyone? Nolan Emerson, the lone, probably the closest person to it, the Anna defensive back, but falls incomplete.
And Nolan Emerson, shout out to him. He's our one of our NKTelco camera operators at times, so shout out to him in this game.
That time, that's just the first. I know in the first half, I believe, Molenkamp's 5 of 7, if I remember right. So
7 of 9.
7 of 9, just 2 incompletions. And a good percentage throwing the ball. Wants to make sure he doesn't. Had the one interception where he was hit and kind of a free ball for his. I believe that was his 5th thrown interception on the season. Keep it on the ground again this time and off left tackle. Not a lot going there. As it will move from the 23 across the 24. Brandon Fleck, the ball carrier. Cam Stewart on the tackle for the Rockets. And boy, a big third down here. The Rockets, after having thrown the interception, can force possibly punt here if they can get the Flyers off the field on third down.
Yes, third down crucial for the Flyers here to not give Anna good field position here. And Anna's offense really hasn't had that much great field position to be able to really maneuver with. They haven't scored an offensive touchdown yet.
Molenkamp readies for the ball. Rolls out to his right. Open receiver number 26, in and out of his hands. It would have been a great catch by Landon Simcoe, number 26, I believe a freshman, if I got that right.
Blake Schwederman, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, I got the wrong roster. There we go. 26, Blake Schwederman. Take another good look at here. Nice play, nice rollout. Pretty well thrown ball. Just maybe a step behind as Schwederman had been going, had to turn back, and kind of see by his facial expression there, wishes he could have that one back.
First punt tonight for Marion.
And it takes the Marion local hop.
Wow.
Brandon Fleck, the punter. It'll be down at the 20. Pretty good shift of field position there. As Anna hoping to maybe get some decent field position. Will settle for it on their own 20.
That's a 56-yard punt there. That is a massive field position. I know if any Ohio State fans out there, you remember Jim Tressel. Jim Tressel said the punt's the most important play in football games because it changes field position, the percentage chance that you have able to score here. And they give Anna a long field to work with. So credit this Marion defense, and this is a special teams play, to make a high explosive Anna offense really have to work to score.
Yeah, nothing's been easy. And they haven't allowed too many, let's say, big plays. Everything's kind of been kept in front of them. For Brandon Fleck, you mentioned his big punt. He came in with a 33-yard average, only his 7th punt on the season. They haven't had to use him much, but he's got a big one out of him now. I believe that's Hulskamp with a short pass. He will take it across midfield. I believe he stepped out before then, so it went from the 20 to the 40. 20-yard pass from Bixler to Hulskamp, and good start here after field position change, if you will, on the punt. But boy, Anna, big play right there. As I said, hadn't given up many big plays. That one kind of got away from the Flyers. They let Camp get outside for the 20-yard pickup on the ground. They keep it on the ground now with Camp untouched. If he get in the corner, he might take it to the distance. And he'll be drugged down by number 8 of Marion local, Carson Griesdorn. But not until he got from the 40 all the way down inside to 10 to maybe the 7.
And look at this block. He follows it. He's patient there. And just a downhill run from Riley Hulskamp there. That's what makes him the most explosive running back in the MAC.
So about a 53-yard run down to the 7-yard line from their own 40 to the 7. If I did my math right, 43 plus 10 would be 53. So big run here as they are knocking on the door trying to take their lead again. As Hulskamp gets a bunch of help from his friends, and he goes in for the 7-yard touchdown at the 7:08 mark here in the third quarter. So got some help and a push, if you will, from the offensive line. Got some helpers from the back, a 7-yard score for Riley Hulskamp. And the Rockets have taken a 13-7 lead as Zach Ambus will come in to try to make it 14.
And look at that big late second push there from the Anna defensive or offensive line to push him forward.
Bixler holds, and it sneaks through there as it puts the Anna Rockets up 14-7. We'll take a break and come back with more high school football here on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
For the Anna Rockets offense, we talked about how they've kind of been under control or controlled by the Marion local defense. After a big punt by Brandon Fleck to put it back on the 20 is really the Riley Hulskamp show here as they get a go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Goodwin talked about before the game is limiting the big play. You get a little screen pass there for Hulskamp, he gets 20. He gets another chunk yard with 7-yard run, and then he breaks out a 53-yard run. Then he runs in for 7 yards. So it's hard. You can't control a player like that. You just got to do your best to contain him there. And Marion's done a fine job of that so far. He just, sometimes great players like that just take over sometimes.
Luthman kicks off. Peyton Oddie with a nice return for the Flyers. He'll have good field position as he fielded just in front of his goal line. Nice return out to about the 36. I'll give him a 35. Didn't quite reach the 36. So good return for number 4, Peyton Oddie. And at the 7-minute mark exactly here in the third quarter, the Marion local offense, who's been able to move the ball, it's really self-destruction on turnovers, which has stopped most of the drives. They only have had the one punt, and that was the last possession.
Yeah, offense has had their will here so far.
That was Fleck, number 25, short gain. Host of, again, Anna Rockets there to stop Brandon Fleck. Mentioned earlier, Coach Goodwin in his 21st season, he's only not made the playoffs one time. That was in 2004. So 10 state championships under his belt. Molenkamp, open receiver is Peyton Oddie, sophomore wide receiver. Gets it down from the 37 to the 43-yard line. So they swap fields. They get 37 all the way to their Anna 47 or 43. Nice throw, nice catch.
Kyle Molenkamp just delivering with that pocket presence there. Peyton Oddie's speed there, getting out in the secondary.
20-yard catch, is that what you came up with?
20-yard catch.
Another first down. Oddie goes in motion. They will hand it off underneath to Fleck, and he holds on the ball. Look for a moment there, Brandon, like maybe the Rockets were pulling it loose, but he falls forward for about a 5-yard gain. They'll move it from the 43 down to the 37. So the ball, the nose of it, just on the Anna 37. Second down, 4.
I just love this balance from this Flyer offense. That has really been the key here, and I think if Anna balances their offense more, they can benefit it as much as Marion's offense has been in terms of total yards.
Nice play by Malachi Minnick there, number 44, right in on Kyle Molenkamp. So no place for him. They'll lose a few. They'll go from the 37 to the 40. So a 3-yard loss. Big defensive play there by number 44, Malachi Minnick, a 6'2 senior. Brings up now 3rd down, long clock running as we approach the 5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Anna jumped out 7-0, then Marion Local tied it up. And Anna just now recently on the touchdown run. Back on top 14-7. Kyle Molenkamp sends Audie in motion. They'll give it to Fleck. And he will move forward and thrown down across the 35 to the 34-yard line.
It's at the 34.
And it's going to be very close. About 4th down and 1. The Marion offense will stay on the field, bring up 4th and short from the 40.
I formation here.
Get up in there, go, 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 go.
Hit, but falling forward for enough, I think, is Grant Meyer. Again, he did not need a lot, maybe 3 feet. He probably got 6 feet. Ball looks like it's going to be marked on the 33, and they're going to check it for sure. So as they check that, again, as Brandon mentioned earlier, this is the 15th meeting all time between these schools. Marion Local has owned the series, 13 wins against 1 loss. The lone loss, as Brandon mentioned, way back in 2008, Week 10, Anna defeated Marion Local 13-3. They met again the following week in the playoffs. Marion Local returns the favor.
Wow.
For a first down, Marion Local returns the favor 13-3, and now they've won 11 straight. They get a good spot, and they get, more importantly, a first down.
That was literally by the nose of a football. That is the definition of by a nose there, a game of inches that you talk about right there. Beneficial from our view. We clearly thought he had the first down, but the chains made it look a lot closer, Jeff.
Big play, and again, just symbol where you downed him and where it's spotted. So, Anna, there's a whistle here, and timeout, Marion Local. We'll take a timeout with them with 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. You're watching high school football on NKTelco Sports.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Timeout taken by the Flyers. Their first of the half. They have 2 left. Coach Goodwin did not like something, obviously, he saw, so he burns his first timeout. Interesting fact, Tim Goodwin mentioned 21st season at Marion Local. He came to the Flyers in 1999, ironically, the same year that Anna started football. So the Anna Rockets started in 1999, said under head coach Brian Rioch, who's still on Coach Marino's staff. They joined the MAC in 2006. So they were independent for a few years there, 99 through 05, and then joined the MAC in 06. Did the Rockets. Nice catch, Charles Hillsman from the 34 down to the 5. Kyle Molenkamp hit as he throws. Charles Hillsman with a heck of a catch. He's had a great night receiving, has the 6'2 junior. Well thrown ball. Good catch, and can't complain about the coverage either. Right there, just a stride behind. Ball goes down to the 5. First and goal, Flyers. They have a chance to tie and quickly answer the Anna Rockets touchdown score. Off the right side, number 23, Grant Meyer, forward for about 2 yards. So the ball moves from the 5 to the 3, clock running.
And that was great pocket presence there again by Molenkamp, just delivering a strike there and a terrific athletic play there by Hulsman. I mean, just unbelievable. there. Mullenkamp has showed up tonight, only completing 55% of the passes. I believe completing around 75%.
Yeah, he's only missed on a few throws, maybe 3 that I can think of. He keeps it, pitches out, and nice tackle by the Rockets. I believe that's number 8. Great play by Ben Kovacs. He recovered the fumble in the end zone way back in the first quarter, but he tackles the ball handler for the Flyers for a 2-yard loss. It moves from the 3 to the 5, becomes 3rd and goal from the 5 on a good defensive play by number 8, 6'2" junior Ben Kovacs.
Just snuck out the speed option there. Smart play there by Kovacs.
Kyle Mullenkamp fakes it, hit a few times, and a host of Rockets will bring him down, and they will lose about 5 yards. So 4th down and goal from the 10. And again, a good pursuit there by the Anna Rockets. I think one of the gentlemen in there with the tackle was Will Luthman, 69. And then again, a bunch of Rockets. Ball on the 10, or spotted on the 17. So if my math is right, 27-yard field goal attempt. Alex Klosterman has 1 field goal on the season.
Richard.
Jeffrey Richard with the block. It's picked up. And that is where the drive will stop. Jeffrey Richards off the left side. Again, a speedy, athletic player for the Rockets. Using him on special teams. Gets a good pursuit. Watch it again here, Brandon.
He was absolutely untouched. Number 43, who looking here on, is Derek Kemper there. He absolutely did not block him.
He blocked the other guy in front of him. So a big defensive play by the Rockets. And they stopped the Flyers on a potential game-tying drive as Marion Local had a 1st and 5. Ball now on the 10-yard line, and that's where the Rockets will take over. They scored a touchdown on their last drive possession. Well, that was a big play as Marion had a lot of momentum. Brandon getting the ball down to the 5 on a big pass and catch.
Special teams lapse there.
I think Kemper not necessarily didn't block him. I mean, it was somewhat, he went forward for the other guy and had to choose maybe which one had the bigger threat, but good play by the Rockets and a good 1st down carry here by Bart Bixler. Gets from 10 out to the 16, a 6-yard gain, and a very manageable 2nd and 4 as the ball inside their own 20. So Rockets need to maintain possession as we approach the final minute 10 of the 3rd quarter. 2nd down 4. Bixler inside pitch. That's Cam Stewart, I believe, number 14 it is. He gets a 1st down out across the 25 to the 26. So from the 16 to the 26, nice 10-yard pickup. 1st down, they moved the chains, and Anna had a very good drive the last possession all through Riley Huelskamp.
Yep.
This time he's not been part of the offense. Quickly he does become part of the offense and gets through a couple arm tackles out across.
Ball.
And he
Marion's got it.
And the forced fumble after a 9-yard run. Ball is fumbled. Apparently it appears it will be the Flyers ball on about the 34. So the fumble for the Rockets. Yes, they will. Thought maybe they were marking it for Anna, but nope. It's a turnover. We'll watch it here. Should have a good look at it here. Is stripping it away by number 26 for the Flyers. Blake Sweeterman got his hip in there and causes the fumble right before Huelskamp knee down. And it was a close bang-bang play. Big turnover for the Flyers defense caused by Blake Sweeterman. Mullenkamp quickly goes to work, throwing against his body.
Wow.
Charles Huelsman with another catch. Wow. Ball down to the 15-yard line. 19-yard gain from the 34 down to the 15. And Charles Huelsman has had a great day receiving. So again, the Flyers in scoring position.
And Kyle Mullenkamp taking over for Nate Bruns. What a coming out game here, middle in the season here. He has delivered tonight in the QB spot.
Inside handoff. Didn't like there was much. Boy, falling forward, Grant Meyer from the 14 inside the 10. Give him the 9. So from the 14 to the 9. You mentioned Charles Huelsman. 11 catches coming into this game. he might have close to 11 on the night. Maybe it
seems like it.
Probably closer to maybe 8 or 9, but that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We have 3 12-minute quarters in the books. We'll take a break and come back with the final 12 minutes here on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
We begin the fourth quarter, an exciting game here filled with just about a little bit of everything. We've had some great offense, some great defensive plays. With great defense comes some turnovers, and we've seen some, and albeit Anna just committed their second. I believe they had an interception by Bixer, but now that fumble has given the Flyers new life again, and they didn't cash into the Flyers the last time they were in the red zone. Tried to do it here with a 2nd down 6, ball on the 10. Fleck, the ball carrier, and he gets it inside the 10 down to the 6.
So 3rd and 1.
Very 3rd and 1. Probably 2 tries to get about 3 or 4 feet.
I think if you're Marion, you go I formation here. You might go with one of those fullback dives here. You kind of bring in your jumbo package here. You think you should get the first down here, then you got about 5 plays to get 4 yards. So
I think so far they're taking your advice. Fleck, the up man, Meyer behind him. They give it to Meyer. He's hit, but again, through some arm tackles, and just a strong ball carrier is Meyer. I think he's going to get the first down. It was on the 6-yard line, so they didn't need much. They have it marked inside the 5. And I believe another measurement. So this will be if it's short, it'll be 4th down and short.
I believe he got it from my angle, but
your angle is as bad as mine.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait and let the chain gang do
and heck, we thought that was a clear first down. It was by a nose of a football there just a little bit ago. So
good look here. You'll be marking the marker on the 10-yard line and then stretching the chain south. And
short.
Well, they're short by about as much as they got it the last time. About the width of a credit card, maybe?
Maybe.
So 4th down and short, inches.
By about as much as they got it before.
Yep,
it's about us, how much short they are now.
So, line it up and do it again. Laws of physics here. Helmet on helmet. They gently place the ball just inside the 5. 11 minutes, 14 seconds to go. And again, Marion Local, their last drive inside the 5, could not come away with any points, had the field goal blocked. We'll try here to get 3 inches against a defensive line, a very sizable, if you will, defensive line of the Anna Rockets. Play clock still at 25. Game clock now starts 11, 12, 11, 11, 11, 10 and counting. Molenkamp hands off, tripped up. And I believe falling forward, Grant Meyer will get it. He did not need hardly anything, but he got enough. First down and goal from the 2-yard line. So he got about a 3-yard pickup. Ball marked on the 2. First and goal from 6 feet away. Again, these two teams tied last year in the Midwest Athletic Conference. Co-champs, and again, a lot of MAC games left to play, but the meeting this year, both teams undefeated. And Meyer scores at the 10:46 mark. For the 10:46 mark, number 23, Grant Meyer, goes across, but kind of untouched. 3-yard run. Brandon, you'll see there just a lot of good up front blocking, and
he went in untouched.
Touch football would have scored. On for the game time point after will be number 87, Alex Klosterman. And it's good. Nearly was blocked, but Klosterman gets it up and gets it in. We're tied at 14, 10 minutes, 46 minutes, 10 minutes, 46 seconds left here in this game. We'll be back with more high school football on NKTelco Sports.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos system takes the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
We're back as we're knotted up 14-all. What a ball game so far here from Anna Booster Field, or Derek Kemper, I should say, will kick off following a Grant Meyer 3-yard time touchdown run with a point after touchdown good by Klosterman. And Huelskamp, dangerous always. And he is knocked down just short of the 30, give him the 27-yard line, and that's where the Anna Rockets will start. And their last possession, they self-destructed with a fumble by Huelskamp.
Yeah, you see the replay here. See what a hit.
Someone popped him. We'll see what's here. Right there. And unfortunately, I did not get the number. Ball on the 28. And offense over by their head coach, Nick Marino, again in his 5th season as Anna head coach. 27-19 so far, just under 60% winning percentage for Coach Nick Marino.
Let's see if Anna can sustain a long drive. Their lone offensive touchdown was a short, just couple choppy big plays.
Bixler keeps it, being chased, no one open, able to use his speed to kind of put his head down and go through a Marion local tackler. So from the 28-yard line out across to the 32, so speed can kill, and Bixler tells you right there with his quickness, eludes a loss. Although they have tackled or sacked Bixler a couple times tonight. Kind of surprising, got him with some ankle tackles, but that time able to get 5 yards, it appears, out to the 33. Bixler right at the middle. I think he'll have a first down close to the 39-yard line. That would give him 6 yards. That would be a first down, so a first down for the Rockets. And both those carries, if you will, for the first down via Bart Bixler, senior quarterback. So Bixler again takes the ball. This time Huelskamp with possession, upended.
Fumble.
Recovered by
Nathan Ungren.
Number 57. And boy, Huelskamp took a blast. He kind of got up somersaulted. We'll take a look here. Watch on the replay. Huelskamp will go to the right. Somebody again hit him hard. Somersaulting, and in that, the ball knocked out. Not for sure who got it. Nathan Ungren, though, will recover the fumble on the 36-yard line, 38-yard line. So back-to-back fumbles by Huelskamp on back-to-back possessions, and also nestled in there was an interception thrown, I believe, by Bixler in the early part of the second half. So chance for the Flyers here on their own, on the Anna 38 to move the ball forward, and he fumbles it. But
Anna's saying they have it.
He was down. There's a line judge off to the side here. Line judge Van Hug, part of the crew tonight. Your referee tonight, Bill Wonders. Your umpire, Doug Kudzilli. Your linesman, as we'll take a look here. And
the
knees down.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Quigley also in their linesman. Van Hug, as I mentioned, and Austin Herman, your 5-man umpiring, referee, and crew tonight. So remains second down, 3 to go from the 31.
Hulsman.
Was it first down pass and catch? And it is Hulsman again, Charlie Hulsman. Boy, Molenkamp and Hulsman have hooked up a lot tonight. That moves it down to the 22-yard line on a pass and catch, a first down. And Flyers have the ball just outside the red zone, Brandon, at the 22-yard line.
And that Charlie Hulsman connection been there all night long. The Anna secondary not been able to catch up to it. And when they have, he went out and made a spectacular grab earlier when they fumbled or when they had turnovers down inside the red zone.
Yeah, he's been open, but he's also made some great catches too, somewhat being defended, but more times than not, he's had some gaps, some spacing. Dylan Heitkamp, senior running back, inside, or we'll give him maybe right at the 20. So another red zone attempt as they move inside the 20. Second down, 8. Clock running, 8:43 and counting, fourth quarter. Anna with 3 timeouts left. Marion Local with 2. Again, a battle to remain unbeaten in league play. Both teams enter week 3 here of the MAC with a 2-0 mark. Anna looking to snap 11-game losing streak to these Flyers. And Fleck with the ball down inside the 15 or right at the 15. So another 5-yard gain. Brings up a third down and short.
Oh, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2.
Yep, big play here. Again, probably 2, well, be interesting to see once. Probably how much they don't, if they don't get a first down here, whether they get stopped or lose yards, would decide whether they go for it or try a go-ahead field goal. Well, they don't have to worry about it because they're going to get enough, I believe, as Grant Meyer brings it down to the 9. Got 6 when he needed 3. So good running of the ball right there. Grant Meyer, 5'11", junior running back, able to get 6 big yards, and first and goal, another chance here at 1st and 10. I don't know if they can maybe get a first down or not. 2 hands on the football. Grant Meyer inside the 5. So Myers had a nice possession there. As you see him right there, number 23. Started that drive, that snap on the 10. And we have a timeout taken by Anna Rockets. Their first of the half. We'll take one with them. When we come back, we'll have more high school football here on NKTelco Sports.
In the Grand Lake Health System, great health care is about creating a personalized experience. We're here for you at every stage of your life, to care for you with compassion and courtesy, to support you with an honest approach that values communication and actively seeks your collaboration, to treat you in a safe, welcoming environment where quality and service always come first, to create truly grand experiences. For more, visit grandlakehealth.org/grandexperience.
NKTelco Sports presented by Grand Lake Health. We're here in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Brandon, a timeout by Coach Marino for the Anna Rockets. So they have a big task here. They're up currently tied, but have a Marion Local team that's knocking on the door. 3rd down and 2 from the 3.
You got to stay strong here if you're Coach Marino's team. Anna's coughed up the ball a couple times, uncharacteristic of Riley Hulskamp. 2 turnovers this half for Anna. Marion had 3 turnovers this half, excuse me, and uncharacteristic of Anna. There was 4 of them on Marion's half, so.
Yeah, we'll see what's here as number 7, Kyle Molenkamp. Hands off to Grant Meyer. He won't get it, I don't think. touchdown saving tackle there by Isaac Egbert, their Rockets leading tackler in the season. The 5'10 junior, number 29, did his part. They're going to have to do it one more time as brings up now 3rd down and 1. So I'll do it a couple times here. Advantage right now, Flyers, but they got to find the opening to get 3 feet and the go-ahead score. Meyer
Stout
stood up. Yeah, again, a bunch of Rockets there. I'm not for sure which one. Jeffrey Richards, one of the Rockets. So 4th down and 1. It looks like they will bring on Alex Klosterman. Had his last attempt blocked.
It's going to be from about 21 yards out here, Jeff.
Ball on the 3 will be spotted on the 10. Yeah, about 20 yards out. Chance to take the lead.
Got to be able to block here.
A lot of leg, and boy, it is good. So at the 6:12 mark, the field goal from 21 yards puts the Flyers on top. We'll take a break, come back with more football here on NKTelco Sports.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a 3rd-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
What a ball game here we have on this Grand Lake Health System presentation of NKTelco Sports High School football between these 2 top-level MAC teams, the Anna Rockets and the Marion Local Flyers. A huge crowd on hand tonight. We had a bit of weather, if you will, early on, but since then it's been a breezy, cool night. Wind died down somewhat early on as it was very breezy before the front came in, but boy, a big kick there by Alex Klosterman. His team now on top, 17-14. So pretty much what we all were expecting, Brandon. A good game, and we've again had a lot of everything. Good defense, good offense, some special teams plays, and even some turnovers.
Yeah, and what I've loved to see is everyone's coming out and playing hard. They know this is an important battle, and both teams just battled so hard. I hate to see someone lose this game.
Hillscamp, who's had some fumble issues here recently, gets it out across the 35 to the 37. And that is where now the Rockets will go to work. You gotta remember now, just 6 minutes, 6 seconds left in the game, so not a lot of time, but a couple possessions, maybe 1 for each team, maybe 2 for each team, depending on how the clock stops. But right now, Marion Local, for the first time playing ahead in this game, has the challenge now of stopping a high energy offense, more of a ground and pound attack. So, it's going to take them some time maybe to get down the field if Marion keeps them everything in front. Bixler off a couple tackles across the 40 or right at the 40 for a 3-yard pickup. So remember now, both teams have taken the timeout, so only 2 timeouts left. Clock in high school football stops after first downs.
Yep. Big question is Coach Marino gonna go back to Riley Hewell's camp as often with a little bit of the fumble issues he had? He's had 2 to 3 turnovers this half.
He has had 2 fumbles, and you gotta think that he is your workhorse, or one of them, and he has the ball now around the right side. And he gets it out near the 45, give him the 44, give him 4 yards. Some modest plays here, good positive yards, but 3rd down now and 3, and you got to believe if Marion can stop them here, they're forcing Anna punt. Clock moving as we approach the final 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Play clock at 20, a lot of time for Anna to get the signal in and the play called. Bixler gets it. They give it to Jeffrey Richards, and he has slipped and also tackled. And Almost maybe too much speed for him, as on the wet ground he was moving and went to cut and his feet went right out from him. Brings up 4th down and 4. Anna's offense on the field, clock moving, 4 minutes, 28 seconds.
Interesting call. Coach Marino, he knows if he doesn't get this, he's putting a lot of trust in his defense here.
A lot? Yes, all of it. Because any type of a touchdown makes it a 2-score game. Boy, a big play here offensively. And now there's a whistle. And a timeout will be taken by the Anna Rockets. We'll take one with them with 4 minutes, 14 seconds left here in this ball game. We're watching high school football on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Big 4th down play upcoming, Brandon. 4th down, 2 yards to go. Coach Marino keeps his offense on the field. They call the timeout. Unless they pooch punts it again like they did one other time earlier in the first half, they appear that they're going to go for it on 4th and 2.
On their own 44-yard line here, Coach Marino calling a timeout to make sure he confirms his field general knows what to run here.
You see, once Bixler punted in this formation earlier in the game, they might just be trying to draw Marion off. Play clock at 8, 7, 6, 5. I think they're going to, well, they go at the last second. Bixler, he's going to be close.
They're going to have to bring out the chains.
Very close. It's going to be very close.
I would say he's short from our perspective, but like I said, our perspective is so jagged.
Chain gain will probably come out again. They blow the whistle dead with 4:10 left. And got a lot of hand signals. The white shirts are pointing to the south, and the green shirts are pointing to the north. And we're going to find out what the orange pylon says here in a couple seconds. Well, I thought maybe there towards the end they were just trying to draw Marion off sides a little bit, but Bixler took the snap with very little time.
He's short
on the play clock, and by the length of the football, the Marion local defense gets a turnover on downs. Now, a 1st down or so for the offense, and they can really take the time off the clock and make it difficult for the Rockets even to get the ball back.
So what you do here, I think, if you're Marion, is win the battle in the trenches. Keep doing it. Anna has not had an easy time stopping you. You don't have to look at much of the play of any passing from Kyle Mullenkamp here. Keep running it with your backs here. Drain the clock out.
4:10. Clock will start on the snap. And we expect Marion Local to keep it on the ground. Brandon Fleck, 2 hands on the football, keeps his feet turning, takes it from the 46 down to the 41. So a nice 5-yard pickup. Ball down, I should say, to 37. So 2 hands on the ball, very important here, as you got to think Anna's going to try to be ripping it out, forcing a turnover. But a good run there. 2nd down and 1, so give him 9. 3:35 left. Anna just down to the 1 timeout. Play clock at 5. And there's a good stop defensively. Number 37 for the Anna Rockets, Brandon Shannon, right in to stop the ball carrier. Clock moving out, 3:10. Play clock moves also at 30 seconds. Ball rests on the 37. So good defensive play by Brandon Shannon now. 3rd down and a long one after no gain. Clock 2:45. Fleck, 1st down or very near again. one official has it right about the 30, just close to the 35.
That was a nice play by Owen Janikowski to get there. Good tackle, but I still believe the Flyers are going to get the first down. They're spotting at about 36. I would say it's a first down.
So we'll see once here as it might have another measurement as they will not. Oh, they will measure. So another, boy, I was thinking the other night we hadn't seen, you don't see the chains brought out much. It doesn't seem like in high school or in college or high school or even pros anymore. It used to be, I was always common. But now we've seen this is probably the third, maybe fourth.
Yeah.
So right now it's critical down, and
they got it.
It is a first down with 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go. This really puts it a difficult challenge on the end of defense. Just the one timeout. So big surge there, big first down. Probably, you know, they're all big, but that one might be the biggest one of the night.
Yeah, and it drains more timeout. It's the big thing. And that's what Coach Goodwin wants. You got to put Coach Marino in a quarter. And Anna's defense has had a hard time stopping Marion. You have to get a negative play here if you're Anna's defense.
Mullenkamp lines up under center. Ball security, very important now for the Flyers. They flip it out to Heitkamp. Heitkamp down near the end zone, so he took him to the 35-yard line. Down inside the 5, give him maybe the 3-yard line, so a 32-yard run. Dylan Heitkamp, and what a big play as we approach the 2-minute mark here. It's 2 minutes 6 seconds. As I don't know if he got out of bounds. Would have been smart. Obviously, the clock will stop to reset the chains, but boy, if he could have stayed in bounds, they could all about take victory formation here, and they might be able to do it. He must have got out of bounds because the clock remains stopped. That's probably the only negative thing of that run is you don't need, you know, stay in bounds. If not, the clock would be running right now, and you could almost seal it. But a good run nonetheless by, excuse me, Dylan Heitkamp, a 6-foot senior. Meyer just holding on to the ball, no gain. Grant Meyer stopped there at the line of scrimmage.
And it's like that Toto song, hold the line here.
Yes, they're going to have to do it a few more times, but Anna will burn their final timeout with 1 minute 54 seconds remain. We'll take one with them and come back with the conclusion of this football game here on NKTelco Sports.
PlyGem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products. And the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sydney, Ohio. PlyGem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
Welcome back to this Grand Lake Health System presentation of NKTelco Sports. The nail's not all the way in the coffin, Brandon, but boy, the Flyers have made it difficult for the Rockets. If they get a score here, it's ball game. And you know, with the play clock where it is, even if Anna can stop them, they're going to have 90-plus yards to go without any timeouts.
Yeah, Anna here, you just got to basically, like I said, the Toto song, hold the line here, and that's what Anna's got to do. They got to be able to bring down these Flyers who've been pretty much running the ball down their throat at will. You hope maybe for a penalty or for a negative stop or maybe a fumble, which was
all
cost
those
from
things
the first
will
half.
help the Rockets, and more times than not, it's been Marion with a positive play. As held up there, he will not score as number 21, Dylan Heitkamp. More importantly for the Flyers, he holds on to the ball. The 40-second clock already running. And by the time they have to snap it again, it'll be about 1 minute to go in the game, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 4. So there's not going to be much time left, unfortunately, for the Rockets, even if they can get the goal line stand that they need. But more times than not, the Flyers, if they've had a negative play, they've bounced back with consecutive positive plays. You know, if you have one bad and 3 or 4 good, you know, you're going to win the law of averages there and ultimately be successful. And
They're going to let all that time out.
They will take their timeout, so we'll take another one. 1 minute, 7 seconds remain. Flyers on top of the Rockets, 17-14 here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
And back here at Anna Booster Stadium here, where there's a close goal line stand here, and back with the play-by-play, Mr. Jeff Hinchin.
Well, Anna in a bind here as Anna. Marion takes timeout right with 1 second to go on the play clock. There's a minute 7 left. The clock will start on the snap. Let's assume Anna holds them. So the 40-second clock will refresh in about 1 minute 3 seconds and run down. And then there'll probably be another timeout by Marion Oakland, and we'll see once then if they go for it on 4th down, probably, or kick a field goal, but there's going to be very little time left. But the Rockets need to play strong here. Need to first hold the Flyers out of the end zone. It's going to be a difficult task.
I think you go for it on 4th down if you don't get it here as well, Jeff. And with a rollout.
And he's thrown down as short of the 1st down. Clock continues to run. Under a minute, play clock running as well. Looks to be about a difference of 20 seconds right now. And I think they'll take probably their last time out eventually. The play clock, 25, 24 is a play clock. Again, it's going to be a tough stop here for the Rockets. They've come up 3 times, but they're going to have to come up one more. And then go 1st and 99 roughly, with not any timeouts or much time left on the clock. And the Rockets.
But if you're
Anna, timeout right now.
If you're Anna, the big thing is you got Riley Huelskamp, and despite his couple fumbles, which has been costly for Anna here in the second half, he can make one big explosive play here if you get the stop. That's the big thing. So I think if you're Anna here on defense, you got to potentially look at, probably go under center again. You got to look at maybe play action pass here on 4th down. Maybe Marion will try to leak out a defender and score. But it's a smart thing here to go for it on 4th down, not kick the field goal, not give Riley Huelskamp a chance to run it out and give them good field position. If you don't get it, the bright side is they're pinned inside their own 5-yard line with no timeouts, and all they have to do is prevent Anna from driving 95 yards down the field, which is easier said than done. So
4th down, and like I said, the playbook's open. You can throw it here. It doesn't matter if you throw an incomplete pass, because you're either going to score, get stopped, or throw an incomplete pass. Either way, it's going to be touchdown, stopped, or incomplete pass. So you keep that in mind. You mentioned the rollout. That'll consume more time, and you got to tell your senior quarterback, if you don't see it or don't like it, throw it into the stands. Don't risk a freak interception where it's pick six.
Exactly. I look for a play action rollout bootleg.
See once they'll pitch it. Actually, they're going to throw. I thought he was going to throw it for a second. Maybe he was. Brandon Fleck though. Stop for a loss of yards there. I thought for a second he was maybe going to toss it. 14.9 seconds left. The Rockets will take over. And we'll see where this defensive unit for the Flyers sets up. You got to think prevent defense. And
yeah, you may drop an extra safety back in coverage. Another guy in the secondary, maybe rush 3 guys. If you're the Flyers, that means your fundamental tackling is really going to have to come into play here. And I think that's what they're doing, is they're putting an extra man in motion. You know, the chain, it stops on 1st down, so if Anna gets a 1st down, they could probably spike the ball and maybe get another play off.
They don't need it all right here, but like you said, they can get something out, just something. They'll have time to get up there, spike it, clock it, and get a little bit closer look at it. But first of all, they've got to get a completion, not mess around, get a 1st down, get down, and get out of bounds. But right now, the percentages would favor the Flyers. Bixler's going to take the snap. His pass caught, flip.
Hook and ladder.
And going out of bounds is Nolan Emerson. He took the flip. 4.7 seconds left, so The pass is good. They get it from the 6 out to
spike it.
The 34, and Bixler spikes it. That quickly stops the clock. Just 2.7 seconds left. So this will be the last play as the ball rests out near the 35-yard, let me see here. Yeah, the 34, 35-yard line. As Anna's out of timeouts, they huddle over Coach Marino. There's 23, 22, 21. Game clock running, or the play clock running at 17.
Anna going to play 4 secondary members, 4 safeties in that prevent defense here. Keep Anna in front.
So Anna's defense, or Anna's offense, will go back to the hook and ladder again. Emerson catches it. Can't go out of bounds now, and that will be it. Emerson will be tackled. The horn will sound. The Marion local Flyers, a come from behind win, if you will, but a 17-14 victory. 2 quality teams giving the people here their money's worth. And for Anna, their first loss of the season, a tough one. And the Marion local Flyers come into Anna and escape with a 3-point victory. A good football game here on NKTelco. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here from Anna here on NKTelco Sports.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at cargill.com.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back to the Grand Lake Health Systems presentation of NKTelco Sports tonight. A great football game between 2 good quality teams. The Flyers come out on top 17-14. And the game recap stats, here is Brandon Coverman.
Yeah, what a great game, Jeff, between 2 MAC opponents here. We look at the difference here. Anna got some total yards there in the second half to kind of make up for it. They get over the 315 mark. They get 200 total second half yards. But the big thing is they had drives that were stalled because of 3 second half turnovers. You look, the rushing yards making up the majority of that 238 yards, 78 yards through the air, but a majority of that came on them last 2 Hail Mary heaves where Marion was playing prevent defense. So really them 78 passing yards don't even tell you the tale there. A 50% completion percentage for Bart Bixler tonight. Then you look on the flip side with the Marion local Flyers, a balanced attack, 190 passing yards, 207 rush yards, and an efficient day from Kyle Mullenkamp, who is 55% on completion percentage this year, 11 of 14 on completion attempts, 4 turnovers for Marion. But the bright spot for that was all in the first half. They cleaned that up in the second half, Jeff.
They play much better. They get a go-ahead winning field goal from Alex Klosterman with 6:12 left in the game to give them a 17-14 margin of victory. And with that, we'll go ahead and we'll announce our player of the game tonight. And that award belongs to Marion Locals wide receiver
Charlie Hulsman. Yeah, 9 receptions, 132 yards. What a game for a high school wide receiver. You don't see that unless pretty much you're a 5-star recruit, it seems like. But he made a lot of amazing catches tonight, even when Anna was just up in their grill. I mean, you look here, I mean, he just ran some good routes, and there you go.
Yeah, he came in only with 11 on the season, so 9 tonight. Good job by Hulsman. Congratulations to the Marion local Flyers. They defeated undefeated Anna Rockets team. They remain undefeated in league at 3-0 for our crew tonight. They included our camera people, Xavier Gross, Josh Miller, Jeremy Birch. For our directors tonight, Bryce Hamrick and Ian Bullheimer. For my partner tonight, Brandon Coverman. My name is Jeff Henching. Hope you enjoyed this telecast. And once again, thanks for watching here on the Grand Lake Health System presentation of NKTelco Sports.